Yo, what's good, y'all? It seems that Glorilla is finally speaking up about her home invasion and her arrest, and it seems like she's actually taking legal action as well. Grammy-nominated female rapper Glorilla, aka Gloria Woods' home was invaded while she was performing, and she was arrested by the local Atlanta police for Forsyth County. Glorilla was arrested under a felony charge for the massive amount of weed that was found in her residence when the police arrived after her family called for the burglary that was happening in her home. Although Glorilla was able to bail out and she had to pay around $20,000 to bail out, it seemed really crazy that her items were stolen from her home and her family was actually almost harmed, and at least their life was at risk. And instead of the police trying to find what happened, they arrested her immediately. And it seemed like there hasn't been any traction or any reports on who possibly robbed and invaded her home. So Glorilla sat down with her lawyer and the local news to talk about their actions that they're going to take against Forsyth County Police.
Action News exclusive. Grammy-nominated rapper Glorilla is sitting down for her first TV interview since she and her family became the victims of a home invasion.
Channel 2's Michael Seiden is in Buckhead, where he just sat down with the hip-hop superstar, and she and her lawyers expressed their frustrations with this investigation.
So, Glo, it's now been a little more than 2 months since this traumatic event took place. Why are you deciding to speak out now?
Well, because I feel like me and my brother and sister, we were victims in this situation, but somehow they're trying to paint us out to be suspects, and I just feel like that's all the way wrong.
Grammy-nominated rapper Glorilla sitting down for her first TV interview since she and her family became the victims of a home invasion in July. Her lawyers Drew Fenling and Marissa Goldberg have asked her to refrain from talking about the specifics of the incident, citing the ongoing investigation. But they told me that the hip-hop superstar, whose real name is Gloria Woods, was in Indianapolis performing during the WNBA All-Star Weekend when 3 armed intruders broke into her Forsyth County home in the middle of the night. A family member fired at the burglars, but they got away before police arrived.
Over $700,000 of items were stolen from her home, and so her brother and sister naturally called the police when this was all going on.
But according to court documents, when investigators searched the home, they found a significant amount of marijuana and charged her with felony possession of marijuana. She voluntarily surrendered and was released on bond the same day.
You have to think about not only the effect to Gloria and her family, but also to folks who see what happened here.
Well, the most egregious part is that there seems to be no movement whatsoever in this home invasion, but rather within 24 hours there were warrants for her arrest.
Yeah, and I got a chance to reach out to the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. A spokeswoman declined to comment, but did say that this is still an active investigation. They wouldn't go into the specifics. Also told me that they have turned over evidence collected at the scene. They're waiting for the GBI to test it. Now, also, Glorilla and her team, they are continuing. They say they're going to push for justice, and they are conducting their own investigation. We'll stay on top of this. We're live in Buckhead. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action.
Again, if you look at the reports, it looked like Glorilla definitely got the raw end of the deal, and it makes sense why she wants to take legal action. It seems that she was not only targeted by the home invaders that burglarized her and took at least $700,000 worth of items, but also by the Forsyth County, knowing that she's a celebrity and she has money, and by arresting her for the amount of marijuana that she has in her possession, and still charging her a bond. So I can understand why Glorilla wants to take legal action, but also, like, who robbed her, you know, because also they know where she lives and they definitely don't want that to happen again, especially if she has her home there. But I think she learned her lesson in securing her marijuana and everything in like a vault or a safe. Obviously, that was probably the best thing to do if you're going to call the police to the home. But again, she wasn't there and it was a panic situation. Glorilla is killing it. So I can't imagine that she's not going to be doing the same in the legal room. I think that this is a big learning experience for Glorilla. And Glorilla has so much time and growth in her career. So this is all Urban Century. We're definitely going to keep you guys updated and following Glorilla, especially as this case evolves.